Throwing yourself into your work? Your father used to be the same way. Did the same thing if he had any kind of problem.
Actually, I'd have to say that Amber has the problem. You know, she got arrested.
Yes, and I know she's staying with Taylor until the trial.
Yeah. I took Eric over to visit her.
How was she?
Glad to be out of jail.
You miss her, don't you, Rick?
I love her, Stephanie. And that's not going to change, but Amber has. I was hoping that her getting arrested would help her get her act together, but I think she still blames Erica for everything that's happened to her.
That's what Taylor said. Well, the sad thing is the only person Amber has to blame for these problems is Amber.
Honey, you came back.
Don't.
I was worried about you.
Yeah, I'll bet. What, worried that I was gonna tell somebody who you are or what you did to Amber?
No, I was worried about you, Erica. You were so upset when you left.
My name's not Erica, Mother. It's Mary.
So you talked to Rick?
Well, you wouldn't give me any straight answers. I had to talk to somebody.
Well, I don't know what he told you, but I can explain.
No, you know what?
everything
Don't even bother. Because Rick told me every single horrible detail. You lied to me about everything. My name, my father, my entire life. And you know what? You only got one thing right. The Forresters, they do hate you. And when Rick finds out that I'm your daughter, he's gonna hate me too.
Kids get off to school all right?
Catherine just left with him.
Taylor, I'm not gonna change my mind about Amber.
I know how you feel. You made yourself very clear last night.
Morning.
Good morning, Amber. You want some breakfast?
Thanks, I'm fine.
Well, a soda really isn't breakfast. How about some bacon or some scrambled eggs in the kitchen?
No, I'm fine. I don't want to be any trouble.
Well, then maybe you should have used your one phone call and called somebody else.
How did you sleep?
Great, thanks.
Sure beats the hell out of a 3x5 cell, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. You have a very beautiful home, Taylor.
Yeah, it used to be worth something, too. That is before some judge turned it into a prison. I'm sure the Homeowners Association is about to protest.
Rich.
It's okay, Taylor. It's good. I can take a joke.
Oh, you think I'm kidding? I don't think it's funny having a criminal in the neighborhood.
I'm not a criminal.
Oh, really? Really? And what's that thing wrapped around your ankle? Some new trend in global positioning devices?
Gee, I guess I'm lucky it's not a BS meter, otherwise it'd be ringing so loud I'd be levitating.
Well, speaking of BS, how's Connor Davis doing with that "the babysitter did it" defense, huh?
That's enough. That's enough. You know what?
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
I have to play referee between Thomas and the girls all day. I really don't want to do it with you two. Look, I don't expect you two to get along, but I do expect you to act like adults.
I'm sorry, Rich.
Yeah, you sure are.
Ridge.
What? What? She said it. Who am I to argue?
Now, I understand that the judge issued a restraining order.
Yeah. Amber cannot have any contact with Erica. That's one of the conditions of her release.
Do you think there's any chance she might break that?
She attacked a police officer.
My gosh, she's out of control.
No, she's not, and that's what's really weird. I mean, the other day at Taylor's, she was her old self again. She was laughing and playing around. It would have been so easy to forgive her.
Why didn't you?
Maybe she can forget about what's happened, but I can't.
Rick, I think Amber's probably just in denial about this whole thing.
Stephanie, you should hear some of the things she's been saying. They're absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, I know. I don't know Erica very well, but she seems like a nice enough young girl.
Oh, yeah. She has been wonderful. The other night, at her party, the night that Amber got arrested, her mom left town without even saying goodbye. It had to be the worst night of her life, and yet she was still worried about me. Can you believe that?
I'm just so sorry that this has happened to her with her mother.
Well, maybe Erica's right. Maybe she's better off without her. I mean, Erica's mom has not exactly been a stellar role model, and I think that deep down inside, Erica is relieved to have her out of her life.
Rick does not hate you.
He will once he finds out who I am.
Oh, he depends on you, Erica. He never would have made it through this crisis without you.
God, Mother, you created this crisis. And you've done it to the Forresters before, and they despise you for it. They despise you so much that they want you locked up. I mean, God, Mom, why? What did you do to them?
I told you, Stephanie wanted to take you away from me. No, it wasn't enough that she ruined my relationship with Eric. She had to rob me of everyone that I ever loved, and I was not gonna lose you too. So I ran away. And yes, I changed your name. Honey, I thought that we could start over. I wanted you to have a life full of love and joy, the kind of life that I had with Eric, the kind of life that you can have with Rick.
No, Mom. Not anymore. It's over. I'm going home.
You want to go back to Mystic.
No, I want to stay here with Rick. But I can't. I have to go.
You can't give up.
Mom, I am not gonna let you ruin his marriage. That is not what I want. This has to stop.
Okay, fine. Then I will leave town. The Forresters, they'll never know I was here.
It's gonna come out eventually, Mother.
No, it won't.
I have spent too many years living this lie. I am not gonna pretend to be somebody who I'm not.
Even if that means losing the man you love.
I have already lost him.
Oh, you are so wrong.
I heard him say it, Mother. If he knew who I really was, he wouldn't want anything to do with me. He wouldn't want me near his house, and he certainly wouldn't want me near his son.
Eric is not Rick's son. Amber never gave him a child of his own.
What does that have to do with anything?
That's how she got him to marry her. Why do you think she went crazy when she lost the baby? Because she knows it's the only way she can hold on to him.
You know what? If you're trying to justify everything that you've done...
Oh, wait. You don't think that the Forresters can accept the truth? They didn't want anything to do with Amber either. His family, his parents hated her. But that didn't stop her from becoming his wife.
That's because he was in love with her.
No. No, he married her because she was pregnant with his child. The Forrester men will not abandon their children, Erica. If I had gotten pregnant while I was married to Eric, if I would have had his baby, there's no way Stephanie would have been able to push me out of his life. And why do you think she's never been able to get rid of Brooke?
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that there is nothing more important to the Forresters than family.
Are you telling me to get pregnant?
Go ahead, Reg. Take your shots. I know what you think of me, but you're wrong.
Oh, and so are the cops, the DA, and the judge, huh?
They just don't know what's going on.
No, I'm sure they don't, because they don't know your history, do they, Amber? Otherwise, you wouldn't be lounging around in my house. You'd be in jail where you belong.
You know, this is getting us absolutely nowhere.
You know, I don't want to be here, Reg. I want to be home with my family.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you punched out that cop.
What, do I have to separate the two of you?
No, it's fine. I'm gonna have my breakfast in the kitchen.
Now, why don't you make yourself useful and bring the eggs back when you come back?
You're not making this very easy.
She's under arrest. It's not supposed to be easy.
on me. You know, I don't want to be stuck in the middle of this, Reg. I'm your wife. I want to help your family. That's all I'm trying to
Well,
do.
you know how I feel about all of it.
I've got your eggs, Reg.
Look, can we just talk about this later? I've got to get to the office.
Oh, did you say you're in a hurry?
Yes, Amber, I'm in a hurry.
Well, I can't let you leave without your breakfast. Here, why don't you just take it to go, huh?
I had a feeling that her mother wasn't going to show. She's never really been there for Erica.
Well, she was at the hospital, though, wasn't she?
I don't know. She said she came by later, but I didn't see her.
So you've never actually met Erica's mother?
Nope, and it looks like I'm never going to.
You mean she's not coming back to Los Angeles?
I don't think so.
Well, what kind of a person just takes off like that?
Who knows? But I'll tell you one thing. Erica must have gotten her personality from her father, because from what I can tell, she is absolutely nothing like her mother.
I don't believe this. What, you think I like this? You think I like having to give my daughter this kind of advice? Sweetheart, it's just that I know what the alternative is, and you can't give up. You're so close.
I am not gonna trap Rick with a baby. I'm leaving.
Erica, I know what I'm talking about. Look at the family's history. Look at Rick, Ridge, Eric, and Brooke. She stole his company. She ruined Thorne's marriage. She cheated Ridge out of his legacy. And Eric, he still forgave her for all of it. All of it. Honey, look at me. That kind of a bond can't be broken. Once you have children with someone, your lives are linked forever.
Then what makes you think that I can come between Rick and Amber?
You can give him what she never could. A child. His own flesh and blood.
He doesn't care about that.
Then why are they trying so hard to have another baby? And she already lost a child, and they knew that this pregnancy was a high risk, and yet they still went ahead with
God,
it.
you just don't get it, Mom. If I stay here, then Rick is gonna find out who I am.
I know. I know it's only a matter of time before Amber and Taylor find out the truth, and that's why if you want a future with Rick, you have to make your move soon.
The only move I'm gonna make is back to the East Coast.
Oh, why? So you can be like me? Is that what you want?
I am nothing like you.
No, but you could be. You know, if you run away, you're never gonna stop running. And it'll haunt you for the rest of your life. The regret and the remorse. I know, Erica, because I've been there. I had a future, a wonderful future, and I let Stephanie just snatch it right out of my hands. The same way that Amber and Taylor are trying to snatch Rick out of yours. God, honey, please, don't let them do this to you. You can have anything you want, anything you've ever dreamed of, but you can't be afraid, and you can't run away.
You want me to seduce him?
The love you feel for Rick, it's never gonna go away. No, he and his father are extraordinary men, and you'll never get over it.
Just because you never got over Mr. Forrester, that doesn't mean...
You know what? He's gonna go back to Amber. And this whole cycle, it's gonna start again. You know, all the excuses, all of the deceit. She's gonna break his heart 100 times over. And you are always going to know that you could have stopped it. You can save him, Erica. Oh, don't you see? If you really love him, that you'll do this. You'll give him a gift that Amber never could.
A baby.
A life without scandal, without trauma or deceit. Look, sweetheart, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to. And you know what? Then you can just sit and read all about it on the internet while you're thousands of miles away, trying to hide and run away from what might have been. He needs you, Erica.
I'm not Erica.
Honey, you can be whoever you want to be. You can be Mrs. Eric Forrester Jr. I promise you, you're not going to lose him, and you're not going to have to leave. You make this connection. You give Rick a baby, and your place in that family is secure forever. Tell me you'll do it, baby, okay? Tell me that you're gonna do it, okay, for Rick. For your future.
I love him.
Then you know what you have to do. Erica, it's the only way.
Okay.
You won't be sorry, sweetheart. You won't be sorry. That's my girl. That's my girl.
Next week,
You've got to seduce his mind.
when Sheila gives motherly advice,
You can have him if you want him, Erica.
her daughter may have to get it on, the bold and the beautiful.